Hello, hello, love, and welcome to another episode of the Unapologetic You podcast. I am Silkiana van Deurse, your podcast host, your coach, your friend, and I am so grateful that you're here. Grateful that you're here to spend your time with me again and to, well, basically dive a little bit deeper into the unapologetic you. Today I'm going to be talking about the promise that I made. The promise from me to you, the promise from me to me, the promise from the unapologetic you to me and you. Because this is all about a philosophy, right? This is all about my way of living basically and what it is that I want to preach, and I always practice what I preach. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to dive deep on this together with you. Because there is something that I want to let land, not as an idea, not as something to work on later, but mainly as a remembering in your body. Because no matter where you are on your sexual journey right now, whether your sex life feels alive and nourishing, absolutely amazing, maybe quietly numb, confusing, or full of unspoken longing, remember that you're not failing yourself. Yeah. Remember that there is nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You also never needed fixing. Now, unapologetic love and the philosophy of the unapologetic you exists simply because so many of us learn to relate our bodies through pressure, performance, and self judgment, right? A lot of things were rooted in shame. Lots of things were coming from the environments we grew up in because we were taught to manage our desires instead of trust it, to override our sensations instead of listen to them, and to believe that pleasure was conditional, something that you can earn once you're healed, confident, or ready. This happens so many times before. If you think about it, yeah, you can only play with this if you do this first. So we basically had to earn our pleasure. But the unapologetic you and unapologetic love is not that space, yeah? This work is also not about fixing your sex life. This is not about techniques or timelines or, measuring yourself against anybody else's expectations or experiences. No, no, no. Unapologetic love and the unapologetic you is about unlearning the layers of conditioning that taught you to disconnect from your body and doubt your own knowing. Because we want to break free, yeah. We want to break free from everything that's holding ourselves back to become unapologetically ourselves. And I know I keep repeating it, but I mean, I kind of have to. It's my tagline, right? It's my brand line. But it's really, really, really important that you align with who you are or who you show that you are, right? Um, this is also the truth that this work stands on, the one that softens the nervous system when you let it in. Because you are not broken and you're also not behind. You are never missing anything. You don't have to compare yourself to anybody. And even if your body or your mind does not fully believe that yet, you are already whole. Yeah, you're sexually whole. You're worthy. You're deeply intelligent. And your desire is not a problem to solve. Please repeat this after me. Your desire is not a problem to solve. Your pace is not a flaw. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is just not. It is something that we want to become aware of, though. It is something that we want to look into. We want to figure out whether our pace is actually ours or is it the one that we were conditioned to have. Want to look into whether this desire of ours, whether it's actually ours, or whether we were conditioned to have it this way. Yeah. And the unapologetic you and unapologetic love is a reclamation. It's a reclamation of desire that was once muted, of pleasure that felt unsafe to want, of self-trust that was slowly eroded over time. You know? And I created the space not to help you become somebody that you never were, or it's also not here to turn you into somebody else. It is just here to help you remember who you were before all the apologies, before all the explanations of why your desire is what it is, right? Before apologizing for your intensity. Because that's not your weakness, it's your absolute strength. I want to help you remember who you were before the silencing, before you learn to minimize yourself to stay acceptable for others. But that potentially could have led to you losing yourself a little bit. No. You don't need permission to want more. You don't need to be healed to be deserving of pleasure. You just simply don't. We all do. We do deserve pleasure. This life is about pleasure. Good God, we really. It's not that we only live once, we live every single day, we only die once. But this life is meant to be full of pleasure, to be yours. And you get to determine how it is that you desire to live that. You don't need to push yourself to open, because your body will automatically open in safety and honesty and also in its own time. You are already enough. Your body already knows. You do not need the permission to want more. I just quickly wanted to remind you of that is a safe that is a safe space that we are creating here in Unapologetic Love, in the Unapologetic You, because obviously Unapologetic Love was the first product that I created here. And I think that when you're ready to listen, whether you do that through Unapologetic Love or simply through deeper self-honesty, this space that I've created here, the Unapologetic You, will meet you exactly where you are right now. And I will have your back. I will absolutely have your back, and I will always, always help you to become the best version of yourself, for yourself first, before you fill into somebody else's cup. Let me end this one, though, with Unapologetically, Kiana. Thank you for being here. Again, just think about it a little bit. You're not broken, you're not behind, and you were never missing anything. You got this.